Halls of 4 seasons lost. In Austin, I stalled and paused. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then it's his to this headed slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, giving her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise, crystal chandeliers, motions reflected. Often bears a pit, click, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and rain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, in paradise. We know I've heard this. In paradise, in paradise. We know what our word is. In paradise, in paradise. We manifest dreams. In paradise, in paradise. Truth is what you conceive.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. And I want to thank everybody for coming to or watching this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. Today is Thunder Thursday, and we're going to be talking about the Thunder and all things associated with them, plus some NFL news clearly. A big game, huge game tonight in the AFC West. Thursday night football. Hopefully it'll be better than last Thursday night football and Monday night football. So Sunday was pretty good with the games, but a lot of those games were really, really terrible. So hopefully we'll get a good game and be able to watch two teams play. So, and I'm sure we will. But anyway, thank you for watching this edition of Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark, Thunder Thursdays. Today I'm coming to you from my house. You know, very rarely do I even get to be at home anymore. It seems like I'm always on the road somewhere. And, of course, tomorrow I will be at Cutting Up because it is Friday. Got to get my hair cut. So I will be at Cutting Up tomorrow. Then, of course, you know, every Tuesday we're at George's. And then every other Wednesday we split between Ned's, Starlight Lounge, and Rococo's. And so this Thursday, or yesterday, we were at, Drew and I were at Ned's, which was fantastic for Wings and Rings Wednesday. It was absolutely delicious. So, but let's get into it. Of course, in NBA news, which is where we're starting at. I mean, you know, or NFL news, I should say, not in NBA, but NFL news. T.J. Watt is only going to miss 6 weeks, which I think that's fantastic news for the Steelers. Him only missing 6 weeks is really, really good thing. That was the best possible news, not only for him, but of the Steeler faithful as well. They had to be happy about that. And, of course, he went to several different, he got opinions from 3 different doctors, which Drew and I both agreed that is the best way to go about it, is getting multiple outlooks, because the thing that you want to see is that you want to see multiple you want to have multiple doctors' opinions, because something like that could be very, very dangerous. And I believe it was D. Ware? I think it was Marcus Ware that for the Cowboys got hurt. And then, of course, he played in an arm strap forever, and then he ended up going to Denver, and of course winning the Super Bowl that he could not do with Dallas, which I'm sure he probably would have loved to do that. But anyway, it's going to be, I'm interested to see what happens when he gets back. I'm sure he's going to be chomping at the bit, since he is the reigning defensive player of the year. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. And, you know, the whole thing is this, is that tonight, you know, I was kind of hoping that my guy Drew Henthorne would be on by now, so we could both kind of go over it. But tonight, like I said, the Chiefs versus the Chargers, what a game it's going to be. Justin Herbert versus Patrick Mahomes. They are 2-2, by the way, against each other. So I think they've split both meetings 1-1. I know that. Let me see. He beat Herbert at the first time Herbert's first game. I know the Chiefs won, and then Herbert came back. So I think that the Chiefs have won both games at San Diego, both games in LA, and then the Chargers have won both games in Kansas City. So if everything holds fair, then that's what would happen. So it seems like that one wins, the other one wins, the other one wins. So Mahomes won, then Herbert won, then Mahomes won, then Herbert won. Excuse me. Mahomes won, Herbert won, Herbert won, then Mahomes won. So maybe it's just Mahomes' time to go back to back with each other. So, but anyway, in NFL games this week, like I said, the Chargers versus the Chiefs tonight. I think Drew has taken the Chiefs in the -4, I believe. We'll go over Drew's picks for HuskerDrewPicks.com. We will go over his picks in a little while, but I believe that he did take the Chiefs, but we'll go back and see it. But anyway, Chargers versus the Chiefs, -4. What a good game that's going to be. And I'm just interested to talk to Drew because, to kind of get the over and under of what the game is going to be as far as points, who's going to beat who. And so I'm interested to see what it is because I don't have that. And I know that one thing that Harrison Butker is going to be out. And the Chiefs did sign somebody to take his place, but we shall see what's going to happen with that. But it is -4. Let me see. Over and under is 54.5. 54.5 is the over under. And thinking about that, if I had to pick it, I would say I'll take the over on that. I think both teams are going to score. I don't know if either defense can actually stop the other team. And now that the Chiefs don't have to rely on Tyreek Hill and Mahomes can kind of throw the ball all over the place, which is hard for you to defend because if you take away Travis, then he has Juju Smith-Schuster. And then, of course, he has Valdez running down the seams, Valdez-Scantling. So he's got MVM running down the seams. Then you got Sky Moore coming across the middle. Then, of course, you still have your deep threat in not only MVS, but you also have it in McCole Hardman. So the Chiefs are sitting pretty good right now. I do like what the Chargers are doing with Bosa and Khalil Mack on both ends. That's going to be tough. What was it last week that let me see, Carr was hurried on 16 of 32 dropbacks or something like that. That is insane pressure. But, of course, when you blitz Patrick Mahomes like they had to do last week, he is just absolutely incredible against the blitz. He sees it, picks it up well. Then, of course, you've got Panthers, Giants, Buccaneers, Saints, Dolphins, Ravens. So you do have a full line of games this weekend. Of course, Titans and Bills. I'm looking forward to that on Monday night as well as the Vikings and the Eagles. So both of those will be good games on Monday. Like Drew said, I guess I can go to his house and watch both of them, but I'm not. I'm going to go somewhere where that I can watch both games, maybe go to Ash where I can watch the games and smoke cigars. So, and they have a good alcohol list. So I may just do that on Monday, but I don't know yet what I'm going to do, and I'll figure it out when it gets closer to that time. And like as we talked about yesterday in NBA news, LeBron is calling for the removal of Robert Saber. And of course, Robert Saber is the owner of the Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury teams. But Adam Silver says he doesn't have the right to take away ownership. And something else that he said that I can't really believe came out of his mouth, but strategically he may have done that on purpose. He said, there's a difference between owning a team and being an employee. Duh, we've always known that there's a difference on whether you own a team or whether you are an employee or you own a business versus someone who's an employee. Now, should everybody be held to the same standard? Sure they should. And maybe Adam Silver was throwing kind of like a little carrot out there for the media and everybody else to run with it, because only a media pressure could force him in being removed as an owner or selling the team. And I think Forbes ranked him for $1.8 billion. I think was the asking price, or was the team value, which is stupid because it's going to be far more than that. Everybody knows it's, people will pay 200. If the Clippers went for $2 billion, they will go for more than that. And you figure that it's going to be in a $2.5–3 billion range to sell that team to a new owner. So, but Chris Paul, one thing that Drew of Husker Drew Picks and I were talking about yesterday was the fact that what would Chris Paul say? And Chris Paul is the head of the Players Association, and he's a member of the Phoenix Suns. So the question was, what would he have to say about it? And he says, well, sanctions fell short in truly addressing the what we can all agree was atrocious behavior. Now, I thought that was a little light by Chris. He really didn't jump out on a ledge as far as like LeBron did. But, of course, LeBron does not play for him. But he does have a sports agency that I'm sure will not be allowing players, as long as he's the owner. Free agents going there are going to be few and far between. Now, does that mean that other players won't go there? No, that is not what that means at all. Other players you can be traded there, and now you can want out, or you don't have to resign, or they could just do the same thing like what they did with Donald Sterling, even though it's completely different because we actually have audio on Sterling saying what he said. So there's kind of a little difference, not a lot, but him saying it, Adam Silver was basically saying he was saying the N-word not in a racist way, but in a different way. So he doesn't really consider him racist. I think had he felt that, then maybe he would have pushed harder, but he really doesn't have the authority. It's up to the other owners, the other 29 owners, and I don't think any of them are going to force a change in ownership with Phoenix because of this. When you look at Daniel Snyder, even though he finally got removed, or his wife took over, or he got, sanctioned, whatever you want to call it, his wife took over the team, talking about the Washington Commanders. I still think that at some point, when isn't an owner or an employee, or in other words, a business owner, and employees with sexual harassment is different. Now, they didn't really call it sexual harassment. It was more like inappropriate comments. So I guess that's not quite the same, but it kind of is. But it's really, it's not legally, I know, but it's almost kind of the same. So when you look at what he did and what happened, is it okay? And that's part of the way I look at it. I don't. He owns the team, which gives him rights, but it doesn't give anybody the right to be demeaning. It doesn't give anybody the right to say the things that he said. It doesn't give him the right to belittle people, even though he is the owner and he is writing their checks. That doesn't necessarily give him the right to say inappropriate things to women. It doesn't give him the right to drop the N-word. It does not. But at the same time, he is the owner. He does what he wants, pretty much. But what is clear is that the other 30 or other 29 owners and their 5-board committee didn't deem what he said worthy of removal. Now, whether his other partners feel the same way, we don't know. But at the same time, the only thing that's going to get him fired or make this change is through the media and public outcry. And let's face it, with us going almost backwards in the way that things are right now, I don't see uh, I don't really see that much of a change. I don't think a lot of those people in that level, the 1%, the billionaires, whatever you want to call them, those people that own teams, I don't think that they really care. I think that they feel the same way. I think that a lot of them, they own the team because of the cred that it gives them. If y'all don't know what cred is, credibility that it gives them throughout America and the world. The fact that you own an NBA team, that you're one of 30. And that's what I always say about Oklahoma City. We're one of 30 cities that has a team. We're a small market, yes, but we pack our arena. We cheer for our team. We support the Thunder. And as long as that continues to happen, this is a good destination. But at the same time, there's a lot of people in Oklahoma who have zero problems with what Robert Sarver said. And I know a lot of those people. I'm not friends with them anymore. I'm acquaintances with them. I still speak to them, but do I hang out with them? No, I don't. I'm a firm believer you're either over here or over there. You're one or the other. You're not. I don't tolerate racism from either side, black or white. You're not allowed to be black and be a racist. You're not allowed to be white and be a racist. To me, it's equal. I don't really care what color you are. If you're a racist, I don't have time for you. You cannot be in my world. That's just how I feel. Black or white the color is irrelevant. It's irrelevant to me. It's the same. You're small-minded and you're trash. That's the way I look at it, plain and simple. Uh, with that rant, I'm going to go over and talk about some of my sponsors, give them a little credibility here. Collaborative Logic, I want to thank them for everything that they do as far as my IT solutions, fixing my computers, making sure everything runs properly. I appreciate everything those people do for me. They are fantastic over there. So if you're starting a new business or you're going out to try to do more to grow your business and you need new locations, these are the great people for you to contact as far as setting all of your networks and stuff up. SRB and Mark Long over there, if you want to have any engineering, surveying, or planning, he is the man that you want to talk to for that. And then, of course, I am wearing a Oak Grove Trucking T-shirt. My guy's rock side supporting my guy, Jose Fierro, who just sent me a text saying, "Are the Cowboys really signing Kaepernick?" I don't believe that, but we shall. He's been out of the league way, way too long. I don't see them doing that, but you never know what Jerry's going to do. And then Greg and Max Nafee over at NAFCO. And last but not least, I got to give my people some love at YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. The bank that makes things happen. They are an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify online for any cars, rental property, whatever it is that you want to do, commercial buildings. If you're building a building, if you're buying one, whatever, they are the people to see. And you can, like I said, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. And please go by and see my guys, Carson or Joe, whoever you want to go see over there. Just go holler at them. Whatever you need. And, of course, they do have a location on 23rd between MacArthur and Rockwell People's Bank, so you can always go over there and see Big Eddie. He's the guy up front. You can always go holler at him because he's right there, and you can holler at my guy Eddie and tell him I sent you. Then, of course, the John F. Kennedy Awards, Community Service Award, is this coming Tuesday night, September 20th at 7 p.m. Today may be your last day, but I'm sure if you really want to get in for a ticket, you can get in. At Santa Fe Family Life Center, you can contact them at 405-840-1817. That's 405-840-1817 if you want to contact them about, as you're an individual, about getting a ticket or just showing up. So by all means, go do that and hook up with them, and it's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it. I do love the Omni that's right there, not only right by the Paycom Center, but across the street from Sizzletail Park, which is a great location. If you haven't been to Sizzletail, by all means, you definitely need to go, because it is a great place to go visit. Oops. I don't know what just happened right there. I don't know why I do that. Sometimes I don't think. And I do remember what happened is my camera that I have, my Canon, it only stays on for 30 minutes without automatic shut off. And if I don't go back and forth and hit it, it will shut off, which is what happens. But once again, we're live, and we're not in a podcast where you could cut that out and nobody would ever know that it happened. But we are live, and stuff does happen, and that's one of the things that I do like about being live, and one of the things I don't like about being live is little mix-ups just like that. So that being said, here's my guy, Drew Henthorn. He's traveling today. I know he's on his way to Omaha. I thought he was going to hopefully stop in Kansas City and watch the game tonight, but he's on his way to Omaha to see the Nebraska Nebraska versus OU this Saturday. And I'm going to be giving my girl Christine a hard time about it as well. She's a Nebraska fan, sending me all that nonsense. I cannot wait to give her a hard time about it. And then my guy, Drew Henthorn, he'll be there with his boys, and they'll be having a good time. But anyway, here's his picks for today. The Padres, minus 163. The Phillies, minus 139. The Stros, minus 290. Wow. 290, huh? Anyway, and then, of course, he's taking the Chiefs. Sorry about that. He's taking the Chiefs minus 4, which, early in the broadcast when we were talking about the NFL, I was wondering if he was going to do that, and I thought he did take the Chiefs back when I was looking at it earlier. I thought he did take the Chiefs, and he had. So he was, 4-1 last night, I believe, or something like that. Well, I don't know what he was last night. The night before, he was 4-1. I didn't get a chance to talk to him today because I was not up at 5:45 a.m. when he left to get on the road. I was not awake. I was asleep at that time. So, but anyway, I wish my boy good luck driving. Hopefully nothing happens to him or the boys on their way. Now, since this is Thunder Thursday, let's get in and talk a little bit about the Thunder. And one of the questions is, where would Jalen Williams fit? And, of course, remember we have J-Dub, which is the other Jalen Williams, which is the guard. And then we have J. Will, which is Jalen Williams, who's the center. So I think that he'll fit in quite well with Muscala and Favors, because neither one of them can give you a long time on the court. And what Muscala brings offensively, on the other side, he gives up defensively, but he does stretch the floor and then give you a real big man who can score from the three. And I think Jalen Williams can shoot a little bit. But when you looked at his summer league, I just thought that they were focusing more on Chet and everybody trying to score in each other and get on the team. Summer league is definitely not a place that you can really judge somebody. I don't really think so. But anyway, I think he'll fit in great. He is the only true post that we have. He's young. He's athletic. And as Drew Henthorn always says, he reminds him of Dennis Rodman because of the way he plays. And I said, yeah, kind of does. But that's who he reminds Drew of, is him. So we shall see how that works out for the Thunder and for Jalen, but I'm looking forward to watching him. I love his motor. I love how hard he plays. He's very physical, so I'm going to enjoy watching and see what he does. Then also the Thunder to dedicate a new court at Sizzletail Park, which goes further to say what Mark Long was telling me about how he thought the Thunder's new facility would be just west where that huge parking lot is, and on down, there is a basketball court. So that tends to tell me that they're going to move that court over to Sizzletail Park to bring more visibility to Sizzletail, 1. And 2, it opens the door for them to be able to put the new arena to the west, which is where Mark Long at SRB thought that it would go simply because it's easier. One, two, you have all that room. Three, you part of the uh, part of the agreement with the Omni Hotel was that it would be a block from the Thunder, so that'd be perfect to put it there. On top of that, the changing station for our new railing system, rail cars, is right there. So that makes it really, really easy for the Thunder to do that. It's just a nice place. That way you can take the cars and you can, be dropped right off at the front door and take it off, which is probably why they did that way, thinking down the road that the new building would be right there. People can get on that, drop off, just like they can now. You can get on it if you park somewhere else and have the trolley take you around. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's just kind of what I was thinking. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And then Thunder Media Day, September 26th at 11 a.m., which is going to be where Sam Presti unveils what the plan for the Thunder, and of course Coach D unveils what the Thunder are going to do. And I think what is the first preseason game? I believe it's October 3rd. I do have the schedule right here. Where's the Thunder schedule at? I do have it right here. So, but I believe, if I remember correctly, I think it is September 3rd is the first. Yeah, here's the Thunder schedule. October 19th is the first game. October 23rd is the first home game against Minnesota. But I believe October 3rd, if my memory serves me correctly, is the first preseason game that the Thunder are going to have. I believe that's right. I want to say it's October 3rd for some reason. I can look that up really quick and see when the Thunder's first game is, but I do believe it is October 3rd. And here we're joined by my guy Drew Hinthorn. What's up, boy?
Oh man, just northbound and down, about an hour away from God's country.
You left God's country, bro. Yes, October 3rd against the Nuggets.
The real Big Red.
Are you starting in with that already?
Hey, it's all right. I've got about an hour. I'm gonna crack my first cold beer.
You about to?
About an hour out.
Oh, Lord help us, man. Lord help us. What are we gonna do with you, bro?
Well, you probably better turn your phone off come Saturday afternoon about 3 o'clock when the Huskers shock the world.
Yeah,
Mickey Joseph starts his tenure off with a victory over the Gooners.
What did you say that it's going to be what is the upset of the upset of the century? Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
If I believe that's what you called it.
Renewal of the game of the century. How are you feeling today?
Boy.
Chipper?
I'm toughing it out, bro. I'm toughing it out. I'm doing the show now. Then I got to go train kids at 4 and set the courts up.
They say, if you're going to soar with the Eagles, you got to get up with the Crows.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say. Wise man once told me that.
Well, you know what? That wise man, I'm sure I know who that is, but
yes, you do.
It was a late one, brother. It was a late one.
Well, it's understandable.
Yeah, it took me a while to start, getting there, because at some point I had 3 martinis. I went to Flips and saw our boy Shannon, and I had 3 martinis. I had some beers.
That's always
I had
a good
some
place
shots.
to prime
And none of that bothered me. It didn't bother me at all. Went to Cats, got the Cat. I went to Sidecar. That did nothing for me. They ended up going to Cats late. And the back-to-back tequila shots.
That'll do it.
That got me going, and then it went downhill really, really fast. It went downhill really, really fast after that. But you know what? It was worth it, and I'm paying for it today. But it's okay. I'm not feeling as bad as. And I think when I don't do all those mixed shots with all that other stuff in it, if you just do tequila, I don't think you're hurt as bad as if you do the other. So
That's what my mom likes. Drink tequila and water.
yeah, yeah. I have a friend of mine, the girl that I dated. She drank tequila on the rocks.
Yep.
That's what she loved it. Cause she said, Matt, she goes, I sip on it. It tastes really good. I'm still gonna be feeling really good. I'm gonna get wasted. I'm not gonna be sloppy drunk,
Well, that you don't
but
have
I'm
to
gonna
get
feel
up and
good.
pee
Yeah.
19 times when you're my age.
Oh, believe me, bro. Drinking a bunch of beer. Oh my god. And then of course Ace is looking at me like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you bugging me getting out of bed?"
They
Like,
say,
boy, I
why'd you
gotta
fall
pee.
over? Why'd you just fall over the coffee table?
I actually made it to I made it to the bed last night. I didn't,
There you
and
go.
and you know what? And I love my couch, dude. I love sleeping on the couch. Uh, I know some people don't, but I love sleeping on the couch. My couch is extremely comfortable. It's kind of
I do
broken in
if
now.
I'm hungover. If I'm hungover, I'll sleep on the couch.
Yeah, it just feels better. It's cozy, if you will, because you have the back up against it, and you feel snuggled in or something, I guess, or whatever.
Makes the guy feel secure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And insecure people like you and I, we need that. Hey, brother, I went over your picks just a while ago, but you can go back over them. The Padres -163.
Yeah, again, I know we harp on it, but Padres need to win. They don't want to go to Philadelphia in the fall.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. Phillies -139.
Same thing.
I know you were mad that you weren't all the
Hey,
way on them.
yeah, I should have just taken Philadelphia yesterday. I worried about the Braves yesterday afternoon. Braves don't normally play well at San Francisco for whatever reason, but I loved the Phillies yesterday, and that was easy.
Yeah, it was. Your Stros -290. Man, that's awful high for them, isn't it, Drew? I saw that. I was like, man, that's a lot.
Yeah, again, that the Stros are they're battling for that home field advantage in the playoffs. I know it sounds like a broken record, but we talked the other day about I really don't like playing baseball this time of year. You got to wait a couple weeks for the playoffs to start, and then Vegas will start dialing back in the lines on these things. But the Astros are playing the Athletics, and the Athletics are done. They're cooked. I think the Athletics at one time had lost 16 in a row. So, and I really like the Mets tonight too, but I'm not going to lay 350.
Whoa, 350. That's a lot.
Yeah, playing Pirates.
Well, hey, and then of course you took the Chiefs -4, and then
I really like the Chiefs tonight. I think that they're playing with a little chip on their shoulder. You had San Diego beat them last year on
Los Angeles.
Monday Night Football.
Los Angeles.
Sorry.
I did the same thing.
It's kind of like saying the Commanders.
Yeah.
Only be one Los Angeles team.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I agree 100%. It's kind of like the Lakers and the Clippers. San Diego Chargers and the San Diego Clippers both left San Diego for LA.
Exactly.
How do you feel about?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I would actually play it even. You can play an alternate line and play it up to -7 and lay a little more money. I think they're going to beat them by more than 7 points. Obviously, if you take a -4, you think they're going to beat them by a touchdown.
Well, and then also, the over and under is 54.5.
I love the over.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think the Chiefs saying probably 37 on them. I can see a 37-21 tonight.
Yeah, and what I had said earlier, talking about the game, is that Mahomes beat him the first time. Herbert beat him twice in a row, and then Mahomes beat him the last time they played. So if it goes correctly, then Mahomes' turn to beat him twice in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I also was talking about how I think the Chiefs are better now without Tyreek, because now you don't have anybody to focus on. I mean, you double Tyreek, you double Travis. Well, you got Juju Smith-Schuster, you got MVS, you got McCole Hardman still over the top.
That and you got
3 tight
Juju
ends.
Smith more of is a possession wide receiver, as to where Tyreek Hill is more of a home run hitter, screen pass, deep ball, and I think Mahomes kind of fell in love with that deep ball, trying to force it in instead of just taking underneath routes and taking the stuff that's open. So it's making him become more of a, I don't know what if you want to call it, a pocket passer or a system quarterback, but he's he's making them spread the ball around, which makes the Chiefs more dangerous.
Yep, dude. 10 targets, 9 receivers.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Drew. 9 different receivers.
And that's not to mention their running game. I
Yep.
mean, you got Hilaire. I mean, they've got a good running game.
Yeah, you got McClellan. You got oh my God, what's his name? McKinnon, Jared McKinnon,
Yep.
and then you got
Hilaire.
Pacheco.
I mean, both those guys are good running backs. So
Yep.
I think as long as the Chiefs stay healthy, they're going to be tough.
Yeah,
It's going to be. I'm really looking forward. Do they play the Bills in the regular season?
I think they still play the Bills, Drew. Let me see. I have it.
I'd look, but I'm driving right now.
Yeah. Do we have it on there? Let me see. Because we can talk. I'll tell you what this, Drew. While I'm looking at it, here are our games this week. We have the Chargers night. Who did you change as far as the Panthers versus the Giants? If you had the time to look at it, do you want to change?
I still like the Panthers minus the 2 points.
You still like them, do you?
They do. So the Chiefs play Buffalo in Arrowhead October 16th.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, I knew they play. I thought they played them again.
Wow, what a game! They got to move that to Sunday Night Football, don't they?
Nah.
I don't like the fact. It used to be, back when Monday Night Football first came out, they wouldn't schedule it out, a year in advance. They would wait and see what the matchups were and then move it. And I like when they do that, especially when the college football ends, they start moving games to Saturday night or Sunday night. I wish they'd look at some of those matchups and be like, let's move Kansas City and Buffalo to a Monday night game. But I mean, even at that, surely it's a 3:30 start. Let's see. Yeah, 3:25. So it'll be the game of the week.
Yeah, I'm liking what I see with the Bill. I think but the whole thing is that the Bills probably get them at Chiefs this time. They've lost to them twice.
Boy.
Or actually, they've lost to them 3 straight times because Kansas City went up there and spanked them in Buffalo last year.
Yeah.
I mean, beat the brakes off of them. Or was that the year before? Maybe it was the year before they beat the brakes off of them in Buffalo. So, now it had to be last year because Clyde Edwards-Helaire was his rookie. Was that last year? Was his rookie year, right? And he ran.
It was his rookie year.
Yeah, he ran for like.
He was with Burrow at LSU.
Yeah, he came out. Well, Joe Burrow's second year was last year.
Yeah.
So this had to be the year before when he ran for 100 and I don't know how many yards on it. It was ridiculous. Well, maybe it was last year. He ran for 100. It was at Buffalo, and the Chiefs went up there and just beat the brakes off the Bills. And then, of course, the Bills was a completely different team when it came back at the end.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I was looking at some of the stuff that the Thunder, since this is Thunder Thursday. One of the things, Drew, that the Thunder is doing is that asking where Jalen Williams is going to fit in the Thunder in the rotation. And I think he's going to fit well because Muscala, he can shoot, but he can't defend. Plus, he's older. So is Derek Favors. So I think he's going to get a lot of playtime. Plus, Derek Favors can also mentor him, don't you think? Because since Derek Favors is 6'9".
Preach to the choir on that one. He's going to play a lot. I think he's going to be a crowd favorite. I think all he needs is like a pink mohawk. I mean, get after it.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. What do you think about?
You don't like the pink mohawk?
Yeah, I like that, man. I don't think I don't know if he's going to do that in a game, but I don't think he'll do that. And now that he's an NBA player, I don't see him doing that. Hey, but one thing I was going to think is that we're talking about the new arena, and the Thunder are going to dedicate a court in Scissortail Park. And I think what that, well, they already have that park that's just 2 blocks west, outdoor basketball court. Yeah, So I was saying that I think what that's doing is that's going to probably be the spot, like Mark said, where the Thunder are going to build the new arena. Is that 1 block east or west of where Paycom is now, just across the street, is where they're going to build it. Because that's the drop-off or the changing place or the drop off for the what do you call it, our trolley cars or
Talking
whatever.
about
Yeah, Drew's talking about being in God's country. That's why we're losing, because he's out there in the middle of no damn where. When he's back in Oklahoma, we get some reception. Drew, we're losing you, man. We are losing you big time. He's just you're just talking away, and we can't hear a word you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you now. Talking about being out in God's country, you're out in the middle of nowhere, bro. Do what?
Said the corn stalks are getting in the way of my reception.
Yeah, I know. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're talking about God's country. You're out in the middle of nowhere. That's what's nowhere land. God's country's here in Oklahoma, bro.
Right.
And you're going to find out on Saturday when the Sooners go up there and spank that red butt. I don't hear you say I love being able to talk and he can't respond because we can't hear none of his nonsense that sputters out of his Nebraska Cornhusker.
Are you back? I'm back.
Oh, you're back now.
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really?
Now you are, yeah. For a minute. And then 30 seconds later, you're going to pop out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I gave you like 4 winning picks, though, so you missed them.
Yeah, we missed them all. We missed every single one of them because we got none of that, bro. We got none of that. You know what I'm saying? We got none of that. We got none of that stuff. So
back to what you were saying, Scissortail Park. So are we talking back over the back side of the Omni?
Yes, on the west side of the Omni.
Yeah.
That big, huge park there. They've got soccer and stuff in there. And what I was saying is, why are you building a basketball court in there when you have two blocks away? You have court 2 blocks. I mean, what are you doing? It's already 2 blocks away. So why are you building another court in Scissortail? And I think one is to bring more people down there for visibility's sake, for kids to play. But the second thing is so that the Thunder can build a new arena west of that, which I'm sure it's going to be real nice. But like they said, Drew,
it's going to have to be. I mean, you got to keep up with the Joneses.
Well, when you look at that one deal that I did with Milwaukee, the original place, then the place they play in now, and the place they will be playing in. But all 3 of those are going to be right next door to each other.
What do you think they'll tear down Paycom?
Well, to me, it'd be a good place to – I mean, you don't need a convention center because you have one, a brand-new convention center.
Yeah.
At the Omni, or right by the Omni. What would you use it for? You can't. I mean, I don't think the Omni is going to let you build another hotel there.
What you could use it for is try to bring in a hockey team.
Yeah, but I just don't think Oklahoma City is big enough to have to support 2 professional teams and the money that it would take.
Well, the only thing is hockey kind of falls, and it's kind of a tweener sport. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but Drew, it's at the same time. It's at the same time the NBA season is.
That's true.
And you can do it in Dallas because Dallas is what, 3 million people.
Yeah, at least.
So you can do it in a Dallas or LA or somewhere like that, but Oklahoma City, I just don't think, one, there's enough business to do it, to support it, and 2, you still the people who don't go to Thunder games, who are hockey fans, would attend that. But what are you looking at? 8,000 in an 18,000 seat arena. So I don't know how that would look, Drew.
Omaha has been there. They've been trying to put together a package for an NHL team for a while. Which I think it would go over well in Omaha.
I do too.
They support college hockey. So I know they'd support NHL hockey.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that, brother. But I would just say you could build maybe build another parking structure.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, downtown needs more parking. Jesus.
Yeah, it does. You have overflow parking there. You could do festival. You could set up festivals and outdoor concerts in that parking lot. You could do a lot with it.
Yeah.
Somebody like Brett Brewer could make make a little bit of money off that.
Well, I don't know. I think the Brewers. I think they have everything east of EK Gaylord. I don't know if they have anything west.
shout out Brewer Entertainment. What's up, Brent?
Hey, my brother. We got. Hey, we need. That's what we need to get. We need to go holler at him too. You know.
Yep.
And by the way, I did talk to Jonesy last night. He's like, "Come by." I'm like, "Yeah, no." He and our girl
I'm gonna put
excited.
the hard sell on him for the title sponsor of HuskerDrewPicks.com.
Yeah, you can do that. He's gonna be up there with you for what, 3 days?
Yeah. I mean, he'll get tired of hearing from me. He'll just eventually just break out his checkbook.
Well, it's not bad. You know, you look at it, it's only what, $600 to sponsor that and the After the Storm, the Thunder Show. So it's not bad. $600 a month, man. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, I need to put up something here for people who want to sponsor. I guess, you know, we can let them know how much it is. I guess we could always do that. That's a good idea. Thank you,
Could
Drew.
do that.
Yeah, need to do that. So, but yeah, that'd be a nice little sponsor for the HuskerDrewPicks.com. You know, by the way, what did you go yesterday? I didn't know. I know you went 4-1 the day before.
2-2.
So what are you this week then? You are what? What was that? 4? What are you?
I think I'm
10 and
I think
3?
I'm about 5. Yeah, I'm about
10 and 4.
About 5 games over 500.
Yeah, something like that.
11 and 5, 10 and 4, 10 and 5, something like that.
Yep. Still, once
I'd have
again,
to go
winning.
back and look, but I like I said, this is, you know, I say that, but my football picks haven't been that great lately, so I apologize to the listening public on that, but I'm going to get it dialed in. But
yeah.
I really believe that Vegas is struggling with all these transfers and all this NIL money and getting a grip on the lines in college football. I think the NFL is pretty much dialed in, but college, I think it's going to take them 3 or 4 weeks to really figure out what's what. And then once it gets into conference play, Vegas will have it dialed in pretty good.
Well, it's so funny is that I was listening to Lincoln Riley today, and he said that you know, when recruiting, it's easier to know what you're getting out of a high school kid than an NIL player. He goes, because a high school kid, you know, you're on them, you're with them the whole time. You know, you're seeing them on a regular basis, whereas an NIL player, you get them and you kind of go off what somebody's telling you, this and that, to get them in. So that has a lot to do with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you and I talked about this. Do you think the work ethic is still the same with a kid that's got $1 million in his pocket compared to the work ethic of a 4-star out of high school that
I think
living on a Pell Grant and scholarship money?
It depends on the player.
It does, exactly. But
for
the most part, human nature would tell you that probably not.
Well, I look at Bryce Young and Caleb Williams hadn't affected either one of them at all.
Well, yeah, but those guys know for sure they're going to the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That now you got.
I'm talking about your kid that gets in there that say he's a 4-star and he gets an NIL contract to go sell Dodges for Lynn Hickey Dodge, and now all of a sudden he's got $100,000 in his pocket. You think he's not out drinking instead of in the gym?
Yeah. Well, in college, you're regimented. You got to be in the gym. You got to be your time is regimented. Now, whether he's studying or partying,
right?
Now that's when it's there. But as far as working out, you have to be at the weight room at this time. You got to be here at this time. So you're regimented. Basically, your time is allocated on where you got to be and where you got to do what you got to do. Now, the level of effort that you're putting in once you're there, that's a completely different story. But you know, scholarships are year to year.
I like to think that it probably has a lot to do with some of this stuff. But we'll see.
And you
got a lot of upsets. A lot of these small schools going. You know, Sun Belt Conference beating 3 Power 5 schools last week.
Well, but you know what, Drew? This is how I look at it. There are so many players out there now that I don't think, you know, unless you're Alabama, Georgia, or whatever, where you're just loaded with 4 and 5 stars. You know, the rest of them are pretty much 2 and 3 stars. So to me, there's not a lot of difference between 1 and 3. You're right there together, or 2 and 3. You're right there together. So then at that point, it's about
basically
schemes.
just who saw you play. Some guy saw you play and bumped you up to a 3-star.
Yep, and the scheme. Does that system fit your style of play? And let's face it, Georgia Southern, they've got a lot of fast guys. They play up tempo. They got a quarterback and get
Oh
the
yeah.
ball out. You know, they're athletic. They were just faster than Nebraska.
Why you gotta bring up Georgia Southern?
Well, because you're talking about small schools. That's why I was trying to complain. Okay, let's bring up Marshall. Let's talk about them. Same thing.
Yeah, that's much better. I'd rather talk about Marshall beating Notre Dame than I would Georgia Southern.
Well, just
We're
think.
Appalachian State. That's
Okay,
not all it
Appalachian
is.
State, whatever. But what did they Appalachian State put on your Tar Heels? 50 something? What did they put on your Tar Heels?
62.
So they put 62 on your Tar Heels. So can you really say something there, brother?
No, I
And
can't.
by the way, I just popped up your picture on the line with
I
Drew
like it.
Henthorne and your North Carolina Blue. Since we're talking about Appalachian State.
Yep. Hey, North Carolina covered, or they pushed actually.
Oh, they pushed. There you go. See, man.
It's
I mean,
not a loss. Anything that's not a loss is a win.
Oh, is that what we're counting? Anything that's not a loss is a win. That's what we're going with right now.
I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Oh, please, bro. You just be coming up with nonsense. You really truly do. You really truly do. So
I'm reaching.
You are
Been a rough
definitely.
week.
Oh yeah, I imagine. But anyway, let's go back. Your picks are good for the week. NFL, do you want to change anything that you want to do on NFL, or you like everything this week, or are you just going to wait till tomorrow to
Always go with your first instinct.
Now, remember, tomorrow you got your picks. You got to give me, tomorrow you're doing your picks for not only tomorrow, but for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, we'll have a guest picker tomorrow from the golf cart live and in person.
Oh, God. That's going to be scary. That's going to be scary. Now, do you get reception from the
We might be 3 club specials or 4 clubs. Well, we don't play 9. We'll be 3 club specials deep.
What time are y'all teeing off?
Noon.
Oh, God. Yeah, y'all only playing 9?
Yeah, we're just going to play 9.
Why is it going to be super hot there or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 90-something.
Oh, yeah, bro. Y'all going to be smoking. It'll be smoking hot there for sure then. Can't do it. All right, brother. Well, give my girl Trish some love. Give the redhead some love for me. And y'all be safe driving on, and good luck to your Cornhuskers.
Yes, sir.
I'm
be
laughing
safe
at
out
y'all.
there. Try to drink a lot of water.
I'm trying to drink a lot of water. I'm hydrating, bro. I'm on my way to the gym right now to train these kids. And then so I'm gonna get that done today. Then I'm gonna drink something. I'm coming home tonight. Watch the game from my couch. I'm not.
Have a good night.
I'm not gonna be out.
I'll give you a call tomorrow.
All right, my brother. Appreciate you.
HuskerDrewPicks.com. Go Big Red.
You know what? We're gonna have to do that every time. Is that what you're gonna do every time? Is that what? Because if we're gonna do that, then what I'm gonna just basically do is, hey, boo boo, and go by before you get a chance to say anything. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Go Big Red.
Have a good night, brother.
All right, brother. You too. That's my guy Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com coming to us from the road on his way to Lincoln. Well, actually, I think he's going to Omaha tomorrow first, and then on to Lincoln for Friday or Saturday. So, but anyway, it's my boy HuskerDrewPicks.com, Drew Henthorne. Go check him out. Everybody else, thank you for watching Thunder Thursdays. Again, I'm your host, Matt Clark.